All right, first things first, I want to thank Dave McCune. He's my neighbor. He suggested we use the planetarium observation deck. You get a beautiful view of the field here. If you've never been up here and you have the chance to come up here, especially in the fall. The fall foliage here is unbelievable. All right, before we get to Blue Mountain, Wilson, senior night. Cyrell Curry ends on a great night at Veterans Memorial, put on a show. He scored offense, defense, and special teams. Just keeps showing again, week in and week out, what an athlete he is and how special of a player he is. How do you think the team responded? How do you think they performed? And, down Juju, how did everyone kind of rally?
Yeah, it was a tough night, obviously. We scored a few different ways. That the special teams touchdown went down as a 9-yard punt return.
I saw, yeah.
It was a third down quick kick. And Cy had the awareness to figure out that he could pick the ball up and score, and he did. Because we clearly yelled poison. Everybody yelled poison.
Yeah.
But he had the awareness that it was a short field and picked it up, made a play. But, we had those plays, non-traditional scoring plays. Offensively, we had a hard time with our rhythm, down Juju Bainbridge. We had a lot of young guys running the football. Evan Galavage went out in the second play of the game. He did not return, and will not be able to play this week. So, we had some guys that haven't carried the ball a ton, but Brody Herndon did a great job. Brody Arrow did a great job. You had Braden Evans run a little bit. He got a few carries and a touchdown, senior. Gage Hammer, senior, ran hard for us and when given an opportunity. So really proud of those guys and happy for those guys to have a chance to run the ball on senior night and to be able to get an opportunity to get some carries.
How would you rate your first season here with home field advantage to the Vet?
Yeah, it's a great place. I mean, I got accustomed to it and very comfortable here quickly, 5 games in. Great place. The atmosphere was fantastic this year. I can't thank our fans enough, the community for coming out and supporting us, and they did a great job supporting us. I can't thank our student body for the student section every week and the themes and the energy they've created and, the tunnel that leads from our locker room to the field on Friday nights, and that goes down to the middle school kids and the junior high players in our program were always there consistently and watched the game in the seats for the first half, and certainly our Pottsville Midget Football League team and the support we've gotten from them. They play in our home field now as well. They're here at the stadium. Our kids come to see them play, and they certainly come out and by the dozens to see us play Friday night. So the support this year, especially at home, has been outstanding, and I'm so excited to be able to continue to build on what we're doing this year and seeing everybody back here in 2025.
Yeah, it's great to see them down at the field, their jerseys, and it's kind of like that old school. How would you rate Coach Messina's spirit stick?
Yeah, it was outstanding. He's a veteran of the spirit stick.
He was good.
He's done it in high school. He's been here. He's observed a lot. I saw him do it last year 1 week. He did it this year. He's outstanding at it. He's top notch. Yeah,
he's great, and a great week for him because the junior high, him and Coach Lovenstein got their first win.
Wonderful win.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for those kids. So happy for them. An 8-6 win down at Wilson area on Saturday morning, and so proud of them and the time and effort they put in. And to be rewarded on Saturday was a great thing for our program. Yeah,
and 2 things. Junior high did not win a game last year, so this is our first win in 2 years. And I thought it was really neat. You guys greeted them on the bus when they came home. I'm sure they really enjoyed that. So
absolutely, we had some players around, so I gathered up some players and Dr. Yoder and myself. We went out and greeted them as they come off the bus. And I actually went over in the morning when they left at 7:30 as well. We were preparing for the volleyball tournament and we greeted them as well in the morning, wished them well before they got in the bus and went down. That program is very important to me. They're the future of our program, and developing those 7th and 8th graders. Those 8th graders will be with us in our varsity and junior varsity program next year. So we're looking to develop those kids quickly. And now after the season ends is when their progress really begins in the weight room in the off season. A full year in the weight room is going to do our program really, 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 really well.
Blue Mountain Week. I feel like there's a lot of big elephants here. You coached. You were at the Eagles Nest. You and Coach Mabry on the radio. So you're familiar with the perch that is the Eagles Nest. Coach McGoey now is at Blue Mountain, the offensive coordinator, doing a great job down there. I imagine it's a little not suggesting it's probably a little awkward that you're playing anybody. He's in school with you, and
Yeah, Coach and I talk every week about the last week's opponent and the future opponent. We're the same league, same division. We see the same people, and I've discussed that on a weekly basis. We have not talked this week.
Yeah. Okay.
This week, we have not crossed paths, and we have not talked. And I won't be visiting his room, and he won't be visiting my room.
That will rain check until next week.
Exactly.
And now, again, when someone he knows the weaknesses, he knows the strengths of your team. Does that affect anything? I mean, I know you're going to go there with a game plan, but that's got to sit a little bit in the back of your brain, like, oh, Coach McGoey knows that player inside and out. You know what I mean?
Sure, he's very familiar with our kids and our players.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the flip side is I think our kids are very familiar with his system.
Mm-hmm.
And what he does and how he goes about things. So it's an equal trade. That's not the main storyline.
Yeah.
It's he's a football guy. He loves coaching.
Oh yeah.
And he has the opportunity to coach down there. And I'm a football guy, and I love coaching, and I'm proud and excited to be here. And he's going to do best at what he has to do for his program, and I'm going to do what's best for his program. And it's all about the kids. It's all about the players in the school, the players in the two biggest school districts in the county, having a chance to meet for a trophy, the class of '61 trophy. The captain's dinner was this week down in Roman Delight. We all got together. Our players
Great job,
sat
Carmelo.
down. Yeah, absolutely. Our players sat down with their players, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a great crowd. It's going to be a great evening, and it's what high school football is about, and what high school football is about in this county. And since the class of '61, there's been 12 meetings, and we each have won 6.
Okay.
So this will break the
rubber match.
For the classes of '61, and the tide of control the series. For the most part, I believe it was 39-9 before the series.
Right.
I believe it's 45 to 15 now. So it's exciting. We're all excited for it. And this is why you coach. This is why you play. This is the kind of games your community thrives on. And leave it all out in the field. And when you win these games, there's a little special enjoyment for the weekend.
Yeah, and make no mistake, Blue Mountain, they're a physical team. They got some skilled players. They are right now. They're the top dog. So they have a bullseye, and I know the kids are going to get excited for it. I mean, rival games. These are the games that kind of you talk about 30 years down the road when you're sitting in someone's basement or garage. And
no doubt, they have good football players. Extremely talented. Reese Miller at linebacker, maybe the best defensive player we've seen all year. The Renninger kid at defensive end is outstanding. The Blankenhorn kid at the other defensive end is outstanding. Staley runs well. I said the quarterback's had a great year statistically. Gage Gears is a really good high school football player. They have a young offensive line who's going to be very, very good. Just across the board, Cole Swick in the perimeter runs exceptionally well. They have good football players. That's just to mention a few. And we feel like we have good football players too. We have guys that have developed every single day and every single week like we've asked them. And we talked a lot throughout the course of the season how much we develop between now and week 9, which in our opinion begins the playoffs for us. So for all intents and purposes, this is a playoff game in the road. We're excited about the opportunity to go down there, and like I said, this is something that's been certainly circled on both programs' calendars. Yeah,
I mean, I think you're right when you say the playoffs start now. I think week 9, looking ahead to next week, North Schuylkill. I mean, this is kind of the climax of this entire season, and I think the kids are going to show up because they have been improving every week.
Yeah.
They've competed every week. They have not been outclassed once. So that's something to be proud of, and I think they're going to keep building on that.
No doubt. Our kids will play. Our kids will battle. It's going to be a 48-minute fight, or however long it takes. We talk about, and so it's exciting. And the thing is, it's good for us and good for our fans and listeners to know. I think is we'll be in the playoffs. That's an 8-team field this year.
Okay.
There's 10 teams in District 11 4A, and it's an 8-team field, and so we will be in as a 5-6 seed.
Okay.
I don't know if we can become a 4 even with 2 more wins. I don't believe we can. But we're trying to be in that 4-5 game.
Yeah.
That's probably the best matchup for us. Those are also interesting enough for the fans is that will be a Thursday night.
Oh.
District 11 released it this week. The 4A quarterfinals will be on Halloween night.
Ooh.
October 31st.
Okay, I did not know
Thursday
that.
night. Yeah, 4A will be. So, so we know we're playing that night.
Yeah.
Where we're playing and who we're playing, we don't know, but that takes a little pressure off of us where we don't have to focus on, we don't have to focus on winning the game. Our kids can play free and can play relaxed. And, And same thing. I think you said right. Well, Blue Mountain's a 6-2 football team. Blue Mountain's the more veteran football team, clearly. So for us, hey, listen, there's no pressure on us. Go play our best football game of the season and let the chips fall where they may.
I Googled. I wanted to end this the show with can an eagle swim? Because of the Crimson Tide. So I thought for sure the answer would be no. An eagle can swim, and they can swim very well, but in like calm waters, like lake. So they might not be able to handle an entire Crimson Tide. So let's end on that. Coach, good luck tonight with the volleyball league championship against Panther Valley.
Absolutely. I'm proud
And
of those girls.
roll Tide.
Thank you. Roll Tide.
So we're actually with Mr. Portland right now in the planetarium, which has been revamped last summer. But here we are. Just give us a little quick down and dirty in this place.
Sure. Hey, thanks for giving us a little bit of time here. Welcome to the new planetarium. We redid it last summer and certainly needed the upgrade. The last time it was upgraded was 1966. So we've gone fully digital and certainly have a lot more capabilities now, not just looking at the stars, but looking at planets going outside of our solar system and kind of zooming everywhere in between. So just want to put out there, we will be having our monthly open houses. The next monthly open house is going to be on Monday the 21st. There's still a few seats available. You can check that out on the school district's Facebook page or the Pottsville Planetarium and Observatory Facebook page.
And last question, will Pink Floyd make an appearance?
There will be a Pink Floyd event coming in the spring.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.